everybody. So it is, I don't even know what time it is, and I've been out of surgery for a couple of hours. I was actually called to move up the surgery time. I was due in at 12:55, and instead I got moved up to 12. When I got there, I didn't have to wait very long before they just, went on ahead and took me back, and they took all my vitals. And after they took my vitals, I think, what happened next? I'm trying to think. This is so terrible. I'm really not on drugs much now. They took my vitals, and I guess that's when they started my IV. For those of you that do not know, and of course you don't really know, because I've never mentioned it, I'm terrible with needles. I really, 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 really hate needles with a passion. Recently, with all the blood tests and things that I've had to have done, I've done a lot better with them. And so today, thank God, the lady that I got that did my IV, which actually went in my hand, she did a really great job. They apparently, they numb your hand first with lidocaine. I believe that was what she said it was. So it was like this itty bitty tiny needle, and she was like, oh, it's just gonna feel like a bee sting. I didn't feel anything at all, so that was great. I thought that was it. I thought that was just done, but no, there was more. And then she put the IV in. The IV, I could barely feel the pinch of that, and then I could kind of feel it moving when she was trying to get it into the vein, just slightly. It wasn't that bad, but it was actually okay. From that point, I think I was in the hospital waiting to have surgery for at least 2, maybe 2.5 hours. Then my doctor, Harry, came and he saw me and checked on me and let me know everything was okay. In between those times, the nurses talked to me and, explained the paperwork. The anesthesiologist came and spoke with me because apparently they always come and speak to you just to make sure that everything's okay and ask you how you deal with anesthesia. But apparently he was concerned because I was just supposed to be getting, I guess, just mainly a heavy sedation, which means I would just basically be asleep while they were doing their stuff. But actually what happened was, because I was having both feet, the anesthesiologist was concerned that the local that they would be using in my feet, I don't know, something about if they have to use more than I guess what they would normally prohibit to have, then I would have to actually go under not full sedation, general anesthesia, which means they would have to intubate, I guess, when they, put the tube and stuff in your throat. Thank God they did not have to do that. Everything worked out fine. But apparently they said that it took a lot to get me to go under. I just remember when they came to get me and wheel me back, they gave me the medicine. I asked the lady, how long does it take to work? She was like, only a couple minutes, what she said, a minute or something. She said not long. Literally, as soon as she got it out of her mouth, I start giggling. I don't even know why. I had no reason to laugh, and it just made me giggle so much, and then I could really feel it moving in my hands, and oh my goodness. So I remember them wheeling me back. I remember them putting me in the operating room. And I remember it looking like a huge spaceship because all I saw were these, big lamp lights with several bulbs in them. And it was just wow, I felt like I was about to be taken up. And that's all I remember. Literally, I was out or something. I must have passed out. But that wasn't the case apparently, because they said it took a lot for them to get me sedated. And apparently I was just a Miss Chatty Patty and I don't remember a thing. So I'm going to have to ask Harry, what was I saying and how was I behaving? When I woke up, those women swear and declared I was not in my right state of mind. They thought I was crazy, but I really knew what I was saying. I still remember when I woke up, the first question I asked them was if my nipples were okay, because I have nipple piercings, and apparently with, certain surgeries, if they have to cauterize you because of the electricity and the cauterization, even though they ground you during surgery, if you have any jewelry on or any metal in your body, there's a possibility of being shocked. And I didn't think about that before I went in. I had no clue that there was that possibility of cauterization or that could happen. So that was the first thing I asked about. And I guess because that was like the first thing out in my mouth, they thought I was, you know, a little loopy still. And I was. Like, I remember, you know, if anything, I still just really felt sleepy, but I knew what I was saying. And they, I don't think, thought I knew. And they would, you know, talk to each other and be like, oh my goodness, she's, you know, they would, you know, make a comment like, oh, she's pretty out of it. And I'd say, no, I'm not. Because I really wasn't. So I sounded like I was drugged up, but I really knew what I was talking about. I'm doing okay so far. And I'll, you know, have to show you how crazily wrapped up my feet are. I'm not in too much pain. Like, when I was on my way home, I was completely fine. Like, I couldn't feel my feet. Not that they were numb, but I couldn't feel any pain. And then now it's to the point where my feet are wrapped up still and everything and bandaged, but like I can feel the pain now. Like, not so much in my left foot where I only had the one toe done, but I can really feel it in my right. Like, my right foot is hurting enough that it feels like, you know, like before, like the times that I would actually have irritation and pain in my toes. Like, that's what it feels like. I apologize because I am reporting this while I'm laying down. Like, I'm still in my sweatshirt and sweatpants and everything. I'm just trying to relax and my feet are elevated. They did also tell me I have to exercise my calves. Like, basically I have to use my foot and like pump like I'm pumping a brake, like a pedal. And, you know, do that with my knees slightly bent because apparently with any type of surgery like this, or I guess, you know, most in general where they do these types of things, there's a possibility of blood clotting and stuff, and they don't want me to lose strength in my legs and whatnot. So they say anytime I'm laying down to do that. They suggested not to do it today because I'm probably going to be pretty sore. But me being the hard-headed person I am, I've done it a couple times just to see. They put me on Vicodin or whatever, and so far it's not really worked very much. I took 2 of them. Okay, they said take 2 with food. I was so happy to eat because the nurses didn't think I was going to be able to eat. You know, they're like, oh yeah, no, by the time you get her home, she's not going to want to eat anything. Or, you know, the other lady was like, oh no, you know, once you get her home, even though she says she wants that, make sure she's got a trash can near her because she's probably going to get sick. I didn't get sick. I don't have those kinds of problems when I'm under anesthesia, like, never. But on all of those occasions, I never had a problem with feeling sick afterwards, or, like, every time I would wake up and be hungry, and I was like, okay, can I eat something? And yeah, and this time I had a fabulous bacon cheeseburger from Boardwalk and some fries with vinegar. Anyway, so yeah, I'm doing okay so far. Like I said, other than the fact that, you know, I am having a little bit of discomfort, especially in the right foot. It's not major. It's not anything that, you know, I couldn't withstand. It's just enough that I think it's going to irritate me. Like, the left foot I barely feel. Like, you know, I really seriously barely feel the pain in that one, but the right one, I can kind of feel that sucker. So, but I did do, you know, have 2 toes done, so maybe that's why. I did just message Harry about that, because apparently he said, you know, if I'm having any difficulties, give him a call, and I didn't want to disturb him because it's like 8 o'clock at night right now. So, I texted him and he said to go on ahead and take another Percocet, so we'll see what's going to happen with that. Yeah, and that's it. I just can't believe that medicine's not working. But anyway, yeah, so eventually I'll take some more pictures of what's going on with my feet so you can see at least the bandages, and then the day I go back for my follow-up, I'll make sure that I record that so you can see, you know, how they look all, you know, bandaged up. I'm not sure if he was able to take pictures or not. I didn't even get a chance to ask when he was operating. If not, like I said, you know, you'll at least get to see the post pictures of what my incisions and things look like. Okay guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a fabulous evening. Bye.